17, a September sun, always painted faded gold. I never knew a heart could come undone or beat so fast for a story to unfold. You wore that denim jacket a little torn. I had my book held tight against my chest. A universe was waiting to be born, and my whole world was put to the test. It wasn't loud, no lightning from the sky, just a nervous laugh, a glance you tried to hide. And in that silence, as the world went rushing by, I felt something shifting deep inside. You were the first chapter, the prologue to my soul. The ink was still so wet, a story to be told. We wrote it line by line on pages crisp and new, before I ever learned a heart could break in two. We were fearless, we were cursive, we were true. My first chapter was you. Late night calls till 2 or 3 a.m., talking about the stars and all our dreams. You traced the constellations on my palm then. Nothing was as simple as it seemed. I still remember that borrowed sweater scent, a mix of autumn air and cheap cologne. Every single moment that we spent was a seed of memory being sown. It wasn't perfect, we were clumsy and unsure, just two kids searching for a cure for the quiet loneliness we felt before, and knocking on a brand new open door. You were the first chapter, the prologue to my soul. The ink was still so wet, a story to be told. We wrote it line by line on pages crisp and new, before I ever learned a heart could break in two. We were fearless, we were cursive, we were true. My first chapter was you. The book is longer now, the pages start to fade. Some chapters have been torn, mistakes that I have made. But when I trace the spine and go back to the start, your name is still the watermark upon my heart. It wasn't the whole story, it was just the art of learning how to play the part. You are the first chapter, the prologue to my soul. The ink is dry now, I've learned to let it go. We wrote it line by line on pages crisp and new, and I'm so grateful that my heart was broken first by you. 'Cause we were fearless, we were cursive, pain. I'm pretending to read about Charlemagne, but in my focus there's a little crack. Cause you just sat 3 tables back. I feel your eyes, or maybe it's just me. A static buzz for everyone to see. My hands are shaking, I adjust my hair and act like I don't even know you're there. My mouth goes dry, my pulse begins to climb. I'm running out of pages, running out of time. I look up slowly, like I'm taking in the view, and my entire world collides with you. And all I give is this awkward smile, a clumsy meeting of the lips and eyes. It's not rehearsed, it got no grace or style, just a beautiful and terrified surprise. And for a second, the whole world's standing still, caught in the magic of this clumsy, silly thrill. All because of an awkward smile. Next time we meet, it's the crowded hall. I'm walking fast, afraid that I might fall. You say hello, your voice is kinda low. I try to answer but the word won't go. My face is burning, probably turning red, while 1,000 better replies fill up my head. Instead I just nod, maybe a little wave. It's the bravest, stupidest move I've made. Cause you just stop and you just look at me, and for a moment I forget how to breathe. You tuck your hair back with a little nervous sigh, and then it happens right before my eyes. You give me back that awkward smile, a clumsy meeting of the lips and eyes. It's not rehearsed, it's got no grace or style, just a beautiful and terrified surprise. And for a second, the whole world's standing still, caught in the magic of this clumsy, silly thrill. All because of an awkward smile. Is it just me, or is your smile a little shy? Is there a flicker of the same thing in your eye? Maybe we're both just learning how to fly, with clumsy wings against an unfamiliar sky. 2 beginners in a language we don't speak, where only shy glances and blushes are unique. And all we have is this awkward smile, a clumsy meeting of the lips and eyes. It's not rehearsed, it got no grace or style, just a beautiful and terrified surprise. And for a second, the whole world's standing still, caught in the magic of this clumsy, silly thrill. All because of an awkward smile. Just an awkward smile from across the room. An awkward smile. Maybe tomorrow I'll say something to you. Maybe. To walk on a straight line, north was north, the world was fine. different sound. You walked in from the corner of my eye, a quiet shift in a clear blue sky. Didn't hear a warning bell, no big design, just felt the axis of my world realign. And suddenly the air feels thick. It's a chemical, it's happening quick. The floor beneath me starts to fade from a choice I haven't even made. You're my gravity, an unseen force, pulling me on a different course. My world is spinning round your name, and nothing's ever been the same. I'm caught in your orbit, can't break free. You're the center of everything I see. It's just simple physics, you and me. My gravity. Just your voice above the storms. I lose the plot of what they say, 'cause all my thoughts just drift your way. Friends are asking if I am okay. I just nod and look away, 'cause how do I begin to explain this perfect hurricane inside my brain? And suddenly the air feels charged. My tiny universe is now enlarged. Honestly, I just don't care. You're my gravity, an unseen force, pulling me on a different course. My world is spinning round your name, and nothing's ever been the same. I'm caught in your orbit, can't break free. You're the center of everything I see. It's just simple physics, you and me. My gravity. About the laws of time and space, but they never saw the look upon your face. It's a beautiful collapse, a sweet descent, a universe that's newly bent. I don't wanna fight it, I don't wanna land, I just wanna stay here, try to understand. You're my gravity, this unseen force, pulling me on a different course. My world is spinning round your name, nothing's ever gonna be the same. I'm caught in your orbit, can't break free. You're the center of everything I see. It's just simple physics, you and me. My gravity. My gravity. Pulling me closer, yeah, you're my gravity, spinning around you. My gravity. Windows open, the pavement's turning dark. That familiar coolness, a whisper of a spark. The air gets heavy, the leaves begin to sigh, and I know that feeling's coming with the sky. It's not the thunder, it's not the fading light, it's that earthy promise on a summer night. One breath is all it takes, and I'm no longer here, 'cause the ghost of you is strongest in this time of year. You are the scent of rain in June, a bittersweet and forgotten tune, a quiet static that hums in every room. Underneath the hazy silver moon, doesn't hurt now, not in the same way. It's just a beautiful film that starts to play. Every time the clouds begin to brew, you're still the scent of rain in June. That bittersweet and forgotten tune, a gentle humming in the afternoon. Underneath the hazy silver moon, it's the smell of something tragically new. And for a moment the world is only me and you. You'll always be the scent of rain and you, the scent of rain and you, always you. My world was made of simple, solid lines. I knew my left from right, I read the signs. My heart was just a metronome inside my chest, keeping time and putting thoughts to rest. Then you came in like a melody I'd never heard, a complicated, beautiful and foreign word. I tried to speak it, but my tongue was tied in knots, connecting all the disconnected dots. There was no instruction book to read, no friendly voice to plant the seed, just a compass spinning wild inside of me, pointing to a place I couldn't see. And we were just loving without knowing how, making promises and clumsy vows. We were building a shelter from the rain, without a blueprint to explain the pain. We were just two kids with honest styles, believing in our awkward, brave goodbyes. We were learning to fly by, jumping from the ground, with nothing but a hopeful beating sound. I tried to write you poetry, but it would never rhyme. I gave you flowers that were wilting half the time. I'd hold your hand a little bit too tight, or let it go when it didn't feel quite right. Our conversations filled with empty space, as we were trying to find our pace. We were singing off key, dancing with two left feet. Every bitter moment was still so sweet, 'cause there's no map for that uncharted land, no one to tell you where you're supposed to stand, just a feeling pulling you right through, saying this is real and this is new. And we were just loving without knowing how, making promises and clumsy vows. We were building a shelter from the rain, without a blueprint to explain the pain. We were just two kids with honest styles, believing in our awkward, brave goodbyes. We were learning to fly by, clear we got it wrong. The timing or the rhythm of the song, but perfect's not the point. I finally see the beauty was the messy, you and me. The beauty was the mess we made by hand. The first time learning how to understand, we were just loving without knowing how. I can still remember every vow. We built a shelter just to watch it fall to rain, and never learned to navigate the pain. We were just two kids with honest eyes, who never really learned to say goodbye. We were learning to fly so close to the ground, with nothing but a hopeful beating sound. We didn't know how, no, we didn't know how, but we did it anyway. 19 on a Tuesday, we were bulletproof, sharing cheap wine on a rooftop, telling the gospel true. We believed in forever, 'cause what else did we know? We watched the seasons change and promised we'd never let go. We were painting our names on a future that felt so bright, two kids sketching a universe in the fading summer light. But the winds of autumn carry more than fallen leaves. They carry the quiet whispers of what nobody believes. The silence got too heavy, the promises wore thin, and I felt the ending of a world I was living in. You were my best heartbreak, the beautiful mistake I'd never trade. The first cut, the one that cut so deep, the bitter lesson that my soul had to keep. You taught my heart to bend before it breaks, and for that, you were my best heartbreak. I remember crying for a week, couldn't get out of bed, replaying every single word that you had ever said. The color drained out from the world we knew, and every song on the radio was suddenly about you. I swore that I would never feel that much again. I built up walls and cursed your name back then. But time is a healer, and distance gives you sight. It reframes all the darkness in a much more honest light. I started seeing the cracks where the light was getting in, and learning where I ended and where you could begin. You were my best heartbreak, the beautiful mistake I'd never trade. The first cut, the one that cut so deep, the bitter lesson that my soul had to keep. You taught my heart to bend before it breaks, and for that, you were my best heartbreak. last heartbreak. Stampede to the door. I'd always walk a little slower than before, just to catch the timing, just to play it right, to reach that faded bench in the afternoon light. Cracked concrete sidewalk, the shadow of a tree. Felt like it was waiting there for me. Backpack on my shoulder, heart against my ribs. A routine made of unspoken promises and fibs. 'Cause I wasn't waiting for the 42 downtown, the rumbling engine and the tired sound. I was waiting for the moment you'd appear, make the noise of everything just disappear, and the world would shrink down to that 3 p.m. bus stop. Just you and me and the diesel fumes and the traffic that won't stop. Talking about nothing, just killing the time. But for 15 minutes your world was almost mine. We'd watch the cars go by, a universe away. The most important part of my entire day was standing right beside you, hoping the bus was late. Our little kingdom by a rusty metal gate. One day in October, the wind was cold and sharp. You took off your worn-out scarf and draped it around my heart. Well, not my heart, my neck, but that's how it felt to me. A simple act of kindness for everyone to see. We didn't say a word, just stood there in the breeze, listening to the rustling of the dying autumn leaves. Your bus came round the corner, a giant yellow sigh, and you just smiled and left me with a silent goodbye. And I stood there clutching that borrowed piece of thread, replaying every single non-word that we said. I knew it wasn't love yet, not in the textbook way, but it was more than enough to get me through the day. When the world would shrink down to that 3 p.m. bus stop, just you and me and the diesel fumes and the traffic that won't stop. Talking about nothing, just killing the time. But for 15 minutes your world was almost mine. We'd watch the cars go by, a universe away. The most important part of my entire day was standing right beside you, hoping the bus was late. Our little kingdom It's a coffee shop with Wi-Fi on the edge of town. I drive past it sometimes, and I don't feel sad. I just feel lucky for the little time we had. 'Cause we never had a first date, never had a real first kiss. Just a series of beautiful, unspoken promises. At the 3 p.m. bus stop, yeah, the world shrank down.